Welcome back to Hardball. As Robert Mueller makes his first criminal charges today, Democrats are already stepping up efforts to protect the special counsel. Minority Leader in the Senate, Chuck Schumer, issued a warning, in fact, on the Senate floor.
The president must not, under any circumstances, in any way, interfere with the special counsel's work. If he does, Congress must respond swiftly, unequivocally, and in a bipartisan way to ensure that the investigation continues and the truth, the whole truth, comes out.
Well, White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said there's no plan to fire the special counsel, but in some conservative quarters, people are openly calling for his removal. Let's bring in the Hardball Roundtable. Heidi Prescott, White House reporter for USA Today, Jonathan Allen, national political reporter for NBC News Digital, and Jason Johnson is politics editor for TheRoot.com. Heidi, you start. Just kick the ball around tonight. What are the chances that Trump will see the end coming and try to stop it by destroying Mueller, getting rid of him?
Well, you can see that the Democrats are really concerned because they're looking at the president's own past statements, which is that if the Mueller crosses a red line, which is looking into his finances, that would be cause for firing him. And today we learned that's exactly what he's doing with these Paul Manafort charges. But at the same time, Chris, I think right now there is just too much political potential downside to doing this, and the president is not going to do it, at least until it seems that this is going to be more focused on Trump himself and that Paul Manafort isn't the top of the fish head. I think that it would take a Archibald Cox type Saturday night massacre for the president to get there, because he has to go through the framework of the Justice Department. He'd have to pressure Christopher Wray, or he'd have to fire Christopher Wray. So the logistics are difficult. And two, it would be devastating for his presidency at this point. He would lose all political capital. And I think the impeachment bell that's been really kind of subterranean, you only have a few Democrats actually going in that direction, would start to ring a lot louder.
And Chris, Heidi's absolutely right about that Saturday Night Massacre reference. We all know how that turned out for President Richard Nixon, not very well. I think that was a moment when a lot of Republicans decided that he was basically violating the law and left his side. You know, I also think that there's a possibility, remote as it may seem right now, that if the president fired the special prosecutor looking into him, Robert Mueller, that you'd start to have some talk in the cabinet about whether to move on him from there. There's a 25th Amendment scenario in which the cabinet can certify that the president isn't fit for office. I think we're a long way from that, but I also think we're a long way from the president firing Mueller. I think that would be a tremendously bad move politically for him.
Chris, you know, it really depends on how close they think the dagger is, how close they think this is to getting to Trump. Because on the one hand, you know, you've got some lawyers saying, see, this proves it's all about Manafort. It doesn't have anything to do with Trump. And I think there's a real calculation here that not just Trump, but his close advisors have to be thinking about. You notice that we've had fewer leaks since the Mueller investigation. If you get rid of Mueller, then all the leaks come back. All the people who have problems with this administration, the deep state as they claim, will go back to saying, look, this is the only way we can stop this guy. So there may be a real sense, let's just wait this out. Let's see if other people get turned before Trump does something that drastic.
Let's see if Mueller announces he's going after Trump's tax returns, how long his job exists. Anyway, thank you, because I don't think Trump wants anybody near his tax returns. Anyway, the roundtable's sticking with us, and then we'll be back with them. Hardball, where the action is.